Good morning. Ow. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Got my daughter safely off to college. Now we're back at the bench. Excuse me. Hey, Tony. Good morning. How are you? There we go. Doing some cleanup this morning on this. It's a fine model. Doing well. Thank you. How was your day yesterday? Taking your daughter off to school. It went well. It was a long day. We left around 7 in the morning. Everything packed up, took off, and got her all. We got to the school, and we were early, which is good. We have a time slot to move in, so we got to the school, and we kind of were pretty easily moved in. We took 2 cars down. My wife and my daughter went in through the entrance where people were moving in stuff, and I parked over in another lot and just wheeled over a couple suitcases. So that was pretty straightforward. And then she pulled up as I was able to actually move, kind of walked up to her dorm, my daughter's dorm, stood outside. They pulled up. Bunch of kids were outside, just like helped just take everything out of the vehicle. I mean, in like about 2 minutes, vehicle was unloaded and everything was brought up to her dorm. So we were ready to go. Hey, Edwin, good evening. So then it was just like 3 hours of basically unpacking, building stuff, getting her room all situated and everything like that. By the time we were getting ready to head on out and check some other stuff and do some other stuff, the lines were a lot longer and everything. So it all worked out extremely well. The move-in was pretty smooth. And that's it. Then we got back last night, hung out for a little while, had a Patriot Zoom meeting, getting ready for the show, and that was it. Sounds like she got settled in. Oh yeah, she's totally settled in. She texted my wife last night saying that she feels very comfortable. She was a little nervous at the beginning because the room that she got was not a problem. It was a bigger room, but just the furniture just had the way it was arrayed was a little harder to kind of navigate. Yeah, you're not dead. Yay, I'm not dead. So some people might wish I was. But she got everything done, and she texted my wife last night saying, "Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm comfortable right now." It's like, oh, that's great. Good way to start the year. So all went well. Anyway, not the Prince of PatCon. Not the Prince of PatCon. Who's not the Prince of PatCon? And now I'm back to work today. Yay. So exciting. What do I want to put in here? Got to do a little gap filling, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to do this via CA. Or if I want to do this via Surfacer. We're going to do CA. Nobody wants the niece of the Prince of PatCon. I must be missing something, but then again, I'm kind of under caffeinated, so I wouldn't be surprised. It was a long day. There we go. Little dot. Hey, Richie, good morning. What's going on, man? I'm supposed to say demise, but autocorrect is having it. I guess not. Yeah, it's not the demise. Happy Friday evening indeed, Richie. How are you? How art thou? There we go. I'm good. Just sitting here at hell doing nothing. Hey, it seems like it's almost feast or famine. Either you got a lot of stuff going on or it's very quiet. Glad to hear it's quiet. I could make you an ID tag. It says Denise, Prince of PatCon. I should order you a tiny crown too. Very tiny, like non-existent. Yep. Feast or famine. All right, we got that part going. Don't glue those together. Why the fuck not? Hey, Nick. Good morning. I'm going to table working on adding whatever. I guess this is LiDAR. Don't know. What the hell is that? F18 and F13. You can either include an open or closed door. What the hell's... I'm assuming that's water slides. Maybe I'm wrong. That's exactly what those are. Les water slide. I probably have time to get one from AliExpress too. Excellent. Not. Hey, Tom, good morning. Just let anyone know here. Me and the crew are doing a weekly community spotlight. So anyone wants to be featured, let me know. What are they being spotlighted on? Spotlit. Psh. And do you grill them like a fish? Where are they? Water slide. So will your pool be P Bandai if it was a water slide? Where's Ken when we need an expert? Oh, here it is. It's for builds of every kind. And the spotlight for Clint. Yep. Sad day. Frank Caprio passed. Who's Frank Caprio? I probably should know, but okay, good. So those are the water slides that go with it. I'll leave them right here. It's not for members of the crew. So how is this a YouTube thing, an Instagram thing, a Discord thing? What is it, Richie? Give us some details. A lot of me present for the right reason. Instagram thing, got it. The friendliest judge in Providence, Rhode Island. Really? Ooh, I might have to talk to my my peeps down that way. The friendliest judge in Providence. Can any judge today have any kind of good light on them, given, you know, how we vilify if you're on one side or the other? But it is good to hear. I guess it sounds like he was a good person. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's do some cleanup here. Friendliest judge. Instagram. Well, Richie, I would nominate anybody here. Just honestly. Take your pick. Ray, Tom, Nick, Richie, Tony, Edwin. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Hey, fellers. Hey, Kenner. I'm some treasurer and sometimes executioner. Nice. I put mine Anna on speed dial. I call it Instagram. Nice. Lots of videos of him giving people breaks and funny interactions. Really? I didn't know much about this guy. Interesting. You can hit me up if they are interested. I love it. My boy. Yeah. Seems I knew nothing about this guy. Yeah. It's funny. Funny, not funny, I guess, how you know certain things and don't know others. Anyway, fellas, you heard Richie. Hit him up on Instagram if you want to be featured on their Instagram page. So it's now officially down to 2 people in this house with my older daughter and me. My wife drove back up to Maine earlier today. And my younger daughter, of course, is down at uni. I'd have to build something first unless he wants to feature an RC vehicle. Seems like he'll do anything. Don't forget the cats. Don't forget. Well, they don't count. I consider them more of a, they are family, but they're kind of like I don't even know how to say it. You're outnumbered by cats. Tread like, oh, I know. Trust me. Oh, I know. Every morning, last night we got home and my wife said the dishes were pretty empty. And she said they were all kind of just hovering around her, looking up at her and just saying around the dishes and her just saying, in their own inimitable way. Excuse me a second, guys. Better. Got my cats as family. They ignore me unless they need something, aka family. Yeah, in a way. Certainly. Yeah, I guess you're right. They sound like teenagers. Yeah. They ignore. They shit everywhere. When you wanna be around them, they ignore you. When you want to be left alone, that's when they want to be friendly. Yeah, just like teenagers. Due to pancreatic cancer. Well, that's a happy thought. My nephew's new girlfriend. I cannot wait to embarrass him. Oh, God. Oh, you're going to be one of those guys, huh? Embarrass, huh? Ooh, this is fun. Let's try and get in here and get into one of these. I'm cleaning out the, what they call it, the injection pin marks. I may have to touch up one of them, maybe two. And this one here, I went a little thick on. So just trying to pull it back, and it's taking a little extra effort. You can say, hi, nice to meet you, soon to be nephew-in-law. Nice. Won't be hard. She's very nice and can take a joke, but he was on the edge the whole time. Oh, I can understand that. Well, Uncle Ray is kind of a kook, right? Kind of a kook. Kook is fine. Kook is fine. Sorry, I'm getting in here with a small piece of sandpaper on a piece of carbon fiber, just to kind of, I think we got it pretty well nailed down. There we go. So before Sir Katie has a cross-track, I was making jokes about it looking like we were going to see Melissa Etheridge. Okay. Was he nervously laughing at that? I'd been nervously laughing at that. I said, that's funny, right? I think I get the joke. There you go. That one's looking good. These two here, probably touch up some more. I think we will. Should I have said scissors? You could have. There we go. Anyway. There's one. Surfacer is great. It does have a tendency to sink a little bit. So it can either get really fat, meaning that, bubbles up a little bit, or it can sink. When it shrinks, when it dries, it does shrink a bit. There we go. That should be fine. Work on that tomorrow. Oh, it's Curacao. Throne of Blood. Wow, great. Oh, yeah. Throne of Blood. Oh, my God. That opening, the music for the opening, that whole opening sequence, very, very, it's not in your face. It's very, very subtle, but that entire opening sequence, the music for that is just, it always gets me. In fact, every now and then I don't know why. I know it's going to sound odd because it's not an easily singable thing, but I start singing that song or humming it at least. And no, I'm not going to do it here. Yeah, that's a fact. Is this the first time you're seeing it, Ken? Yeah. Katie watched Royal Space Force last night. Oh, what'd she think of that? That's an interesting one. It's a fabulous film with a couple of scenes that are really like, dipping into the way maybe we can edit this out. It was my first time. Oh, it's your first time? Yeah. Oh, wow. Ken, have you seen High and Low yet? Throne of Blood was a good movie. Yeah. She had the correct response to it. It's an emotional roller coaster and super fucked at times. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, I haven't. High and Low is on my list. I started watching it many years ago, and I fell asleep and just never got back to it. But I've been dying to watch it for the longest time. So that might be. I got Sorcerer to watch this week or weekend, and then I want to get back into watching some Kurosawa. That one might be the next one. Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother? TMNT are back in theaters for the 35th anniversary. I may go relive my childhood. That's kind of cool. I have zero interest in TMNT, but I understand, especially when it's something that like it had such a positive memory when you were a kid. That's awesome. I was 5 when it came. Oh man, I gotta tell you, that's awesome. Good for you, Richie. Yeah, go have fun watching that. Mike, first of all, good morning. Hope you're having a fantastic start to the day. Secondly, Mike, I'm going to ask a favor. Let me know when you're ready. I'm in that place now. popping up. Still like the original movie. Never saw any of them. I want to find a copy of Wizards, the old animated film. Katie hasn't seen that either. Available on Blu-ray. You can probably rent it from the library. Okay, so Mike, classic plastic guys. I'm assuming that there are a bunch of them going to be coming to PatCon. I'm also assuming that they're really, really good modelers, and because they're part of classic plastic, they could probably be good judges. Can I get a couple of them to volunteer? And if the answer is yes, let me know who I have to ask. How's that? Long-winded question, multiple questions there, maybe? Yeah, Wizards on VHS years ago. That would require a Blu-ray player. Yes, it would. Mike, brace yourself. Exactly. Last night, we had at times, rather contentious conversation amongst the officers about how we bring people in to help judging and how much we can do to get more of that done in advance. And there was good debate. Times it went into argument. But I think what I'd like to do is start forcing the issue. It's like I'm gonna start asking people for help in advance. You can rent Wizards for like $3 on Prime. I'm still rocking a DVD maybe. I've saved $400 with Prime. But Richie, let's also that's funny as hell. But let's also be honest. You save $400, but that means how much did you spend? You know. I love when people say, hey, I saved so much money on this. Yeah, but in order to save that money, you had to spend a lot more. I'm just saying. Yeah, that part we have to get clean. So you can't tell if those are mold lines or what have you. Let me try to plant some seeds. I mean, you are heading to Classic Plastic to help Judge Gundam, right? Only right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm absolutely, Mike. I've got commitment that that weekend I'm free. I'm going to be helping out at Classic Plastic. Glad to. I'm going to be pissed if they don't ask. I do miss the joys of getting up and putting the disc in the player and then playing with physical knobs. Sounds like a personal problem, Tom. But yes, I do understand. I actually broke out the Laserdisc player and connected it. And the reason is I want to be able to play a few of the Laserdiscs that I don't think they ever made it outside of that format. I plead the fifth. Nice. Of course you do, because you're smart. There we go. This thing goes somewhere. Let's see if I can figure out where that somewhere is. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. I'll grant them that. That's pretty awesome. The thing just extend. Wow, that's kind of fucked. I gotta tell you, the way they kind of have all this stuff kind of strapped on top of the turret is wild. Hey, Peter. The digital stuff is easy, but the analog stuff is like very enjoyable. Yes, I would completely agree with you. It's funny how Gen Z helped bring back vinyl discs. Yeah. We'll have an interesting conversation about that. Laserdisc joke. Oh yeah. What was A is greater than B? Oh God. I think what it was the rotation, if I'm correct. Hey, Mason. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Doing good, man. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Having to flip the disc halfway. What do you mean halfway? Dude, it depends. Constant angular versus CAV versus, oh God, what was the other one? Constant angular velocity and constant something else velocity. Literally, you can get up to an hour on a laser disc, but they'd have to slow down the spin ratio, and you got anyway, you had more content on there, but it was more compressed. Or you could do CAV, which means every half hour you would flip it. So you got a 3-hour film, you're flipping it 5 times. Yeah. Those are good days. See, now you're oh man, those were good days. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing what Mike has to say about, but yes, Mike, I will gladly volunteer. I have to tell you, that is really cool. I don't know how accurate any of this stuff is here in terms of like the scale of how some of these doodads are sticking off of here. But man, it's really good. Good thing they didn't release the director's cut of Lord of the Rings on Laserdisc. Yeah, that was before its time. There was a Laserdisc rental place in Waltham. I forget the name. It was Instant Replay. There were a couple of them. There's Play It Again Sam's and Instant Replay, if I'm correct. I spent thousands of dollars back then on that stuff. I still have a bunch of Laserdiscs too. That place was awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I had the original box collection of the Macross. Actually, I think only the first few episodes. Oh, how many discs? I think I might still have it. The Macross TV series. I had the box set. Cost me then like $600-700. This is almost 40 years ago. Don't worry, George. You are the first judge in mind when me and the guys plan on our future conference event. Sounds good. I have no problem in helping out. But I think it's also getting to the point of reciprocity. And this is kind of what we're trying to do. It's like, and the good thing is, just to kind of deviate a little bit on this, the good thing is that we actually have a lot of really good people from other clubs who do volunteer. I'm going to keep talking about him because Mac Johnson is one of the guys I have a lot of respect for. He's always been very helpful. He comes down and helps us judge armor and cars. And he's just a terrific guy. And then he says the same thing. He's like, hey, can you help us out with Gundam? We don't know the category. Absolutely. Glad to. Master discs are worth a lot now since they were expensive when they were released. No, actually, unfortunately, they're not. That's the thing, because it's all been re-released on. It's been remastered, re-released on DVD, released on DVD, remastered on DVD, released after being remastered on Blu-ray at least once. Yeah, I hate to put it, I think they ended up in the trash. I could be wrong. I don't recall now. I saved a few, but I don't know if I saved that one. I think I might have. I don't recall. Okay, let's glue this piece in. How much time I got? Oh, I got plenty of time. 15 minutes. You have to find the right person who wants the OG one. Well, the ones that I do have still, I still have the Starship Troopers ones that I could probably end up selling those and making way more than I paid for them. This stuff may be worth something, but not as much as you think. Exactly. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And the answer is no. Next time I do a like a review of like what's in the backlog, I'll pull out the Laserdisc collection too, and we can kind of look through some of the anime that I saved. Did save a bunch of it because I think one of the nice things was with the Laserdiscs, at least, was that you can kind of like albums, you could also display them. So we've got a couple of like I had My Neighbor Totoro and a couple other Ghibli films, and I saved them because the artwork was great on them. No one has the players anymore. My players, knock on wood, still works. I just pulled it out and tested it. You can get them repaired. It's just going to cost you basically popular enough to keep HG alive. I think it's more popular than that, Tom, but I could be wrong. I don't follow the trending on that closely enough to care. Popular enough in my book. All right, so now if I were to just drop this piece in, am I going to have any interference? No, that looks good. That looks so good. There will be some gap filling, but that's fine. I still have VHS player. Yeah, I've got one stored somewhere. That one's staying away for a while. There's nothing to plug it into anymore. That's how I saw a lot of those Hong Kong action stuff before it was available here. Oh, the on Laserdisc, yeah. We used to rent a lot of that stuff as well. It was fabulous. Yeah, because a lot of that stuff was available with English subtitles too. I have Endless Waltz and War in the Pocket series on VHS. Nice. I had 0083 on Laserdisc. I'm sorry, 0080 on Laserdisc. I had a few episodes of 0083. I had Merrill-Link on Laserdisc. Yeah, one of these days. And a lot of it also got tossed. People in the U.S. were given Macross's Robotech that's popular, but not like Robotech is. Exactly. And here's the thing. I know Tom and I have a disagreement on this. I'm totally in favor of Robotech because Robotech was the series that launched anime, like put it into the popular consciousness in this country. For a lot of us. Wing kind of, I think, took it to the next level, but I would say that Robotech did it for so many. Let's see. More popular due to the Japanese series, but HGF that up over. So Robotech was only relatively popular. The toys are more popular than the video. Again, I think it has a lot more positivity than you think. Yeah, rented in Chinatown from some very unfriendly storekeepers. Yeah, it's amazing how they were always very unfriendly. I kind of ran into the same thing when I was renting stuff like that. What is it? I think Space Pirate Arcadia and DBZ did. Not even close, Tom. No. You think Captain Harlock? No. I want to find 0080 and 0083 on VHS just to collect. That'd be cool. No, Star Blazers. Star Blazers was really big in the 70s, but I think Robotech is what really kind of pushed it forward. Yeah, Star Blazers is another one. Speed Racer in the 60s. Battle of the Planets, Gatchaman in the early 70s. Late 70s was Star Blazers, and then Robotech in the early 80s. You say Robotech, people know what you're talking about when you say Moss Speed. Yeah, they look at you like you're crazy. 100%. Still don't like HE. You don't have to like them. You don't have to like them, but they did a terrific job in getting the anime popular in this country. Part of it was because also they worked with Carl Maychek at the time. Definitely seeded anime in the U.S. after Star Blazers. Yep. I don't like Robotech, but HG, the target of mine. I know, Tom. Tom, I've known you long enough. For some reason, you got a mad on with that. It's just not worth the anger. It's not worth the anger. Besides, it's all a business thing. Who cares? Who cares? All right, do I want to do open or close? We're going to do closed doors. I'm not going to do open doors on this. I have no idea what the fucking this thing is, but I'm going to do closed. I'm looking for a Blu-ray copy of 0083 that is affordable. It's skyrocketed in price. Anthony, at some point, let's talk offline about how you can get your hands on that. Also, as I am Asian, I already know that these series before Robotech. Yeah, I didn't. I care because I had to pay a premium for my Macross toys. Tom. Hey, Clint. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Sounds good. Mason. All right. Let's get... I'm going to cut F18 off. We're not going to use F18. F18 is open doors. So I'm not going to do open doors. I'm going to do the closed doors on this one. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to do open back. I think I'm going to. I've actually been looking to find 1/72nd scale figures for this too. Nothing much, George. Just packing for California. What you doing in California? Inquiring minds want to know. What you doing? Did you see the pose must be like EOS 148 they announced and showed off recently? Who was it? That's not until November. I have to go out there for work. Yeah. SCGMC isn't until November. Are these... So who was it that introduced some of this? Good Smile, those turds are doing a lot, have done a couple things with, like they did the Orgus. Have they done anything with Mospita? So I could see them doing something like that. Yes, I've seen that too. I would love to get it, but the price is crazy considering it's going to be HG labeled. Tom is so funny. Think it's going to be any cheaper if it were not HG labeled? It's like a PGU kit for 600 USD. Oh, maybe not. Oh, god damn. Who's making that? $600 for a Legios kit? Wow, that's interesting. In some ways, I'm kind of happy about that because it just speaks to how cool that is. It's priced at 400. Yeah, I might need to sell a kidney if we're gonna buy. It's kind of like the PGU new. Wow, damn. Turds. Yeah, that's the only Guy King model, and I'm forever grateful. Yeah, it just look, I appreciate it, and I bought a few of their properties. God knows I've still got a bunch in the backlog that I'm going to be working on, but they're turds. I'm happy that they're releasing things, but man, can you possibly do me a favor and just try to produce a really good model? Given your pedigree, you can do better. That's all I'm getting at. Has it on pre-order for $588. But it's not a kit, it's full toy like the P-Band A. Okay. So I thought they had the ride armor available, and that thing went for like $200, $300 a few years back. I've saved that because I like the images for that and trying to use that to build the model at some point. It's a kit, not a toy. Well, that kind of kills it for me. They're action figures you assemble, not really kits. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the Moderoid stuff? How's that any different than Bandai? Yeah, it's a toy. It's a toy. Huh. F12. So the doors are a different color. Good. So they'll be painted differently later. I'm going to continue to try to improve my hand brushing skills. I mean the Moderoids. Send it to me. I'll strip all the paint and disassemble it for you. Well, special. The complexity of it. Into a kit wood base, dry base. Basic modeler's crazy. Oh my god, no. Dang. Well, good to know. I just saw it on display at a toy show on YouTube. Thought it was a kit. Yeah. Yeah, I was debating picking up the Big O and didn't because I don't think that they're going to do a good job with getting. Oh, man, that's an interesting place to put a nub. I don't think they did a really good. How much time I got? 5 minutes. I don't think they did a great job with so many other models that I want to spend money to that degree. The Orgus was another one. I really wanted the Orgus, but it's like, nope. I got plenty of them. I've got plenty of the older ones. And if I'm going to struggle putting a model together or just, have a model that just comes out, the build is just not that fun, then I'll just tackle the older ones. That I appreciate. The the Garland from Megazone 2-3. Another one that's just like, it felt cheap and plasticky. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I respect the fact that they're releasing properties. I just wish that they would do a better job. Really wish it. That's all I'm asking for. Still kind of want it, to be honest. Yeah. Well, hit the lottery, pick it up. Looks incredible and worth the get if you're a big fan. Did that one flying armor ruin your day? That one flying? No, actually, I built like 7 of them, and they've all been like ranging from okay to shit. Sorry, my first Gundam artifact last night. Nice, and it's been very fun to build. I think I'll paint it all by hand, like a gaming miniature, given its size. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, those are really cool looking. Mason, which one do you have? Short door, long door. Oops, hello. There we go. It's very pretty looking. Pretty. That's why I kind of want the card game so I can paint the figures they come with. Yeah. The O and the Hyakushiki. Wow. Impulse. Hyakushiki Impulse, but at Newberry Comics while buying my son Pokemon cards. Nice. That's cool. The O. How I'm assuming a lot of that stuff is like they're kind of iffy on, from what I recall, a couple people who built them, they require a lot of cleanup, but there's a lot of really fun stuff you can do with them. Kind of the card game. Yeah. Are the figures even smaller in the card game? So not a cleanup. Well, really? Wow. So I think some of the early ones, I remember a couple people mentioning Handren built one, and oh God, forgetting the kid's name, the local kid who worked on them. They just talked about a lot of flash on them. Interesting. I've not painted a minifig since the old metal D. Oh wow, D&D figures from back in the day. Nice. Sorry for kits are awesome. I keep getting the clear ones though, so there are a couple I won't paint. Yep. Yeah, D&D. Yep. So far, not a lot of cleanup. I love it. These are serious series too. Yeah, nice. Oh, elbow. Okay. Oh, geez, that 5 minutes flew. All right, let me see where this box goes. Yeah, right in the front there. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to do some cleanup on the sides. Got a little bit of just some glue on the outside. Don't want to let that ruin it. These are serious too. Not series 2, serious 2. Gotta love autocorrect. All right, my friends. Time for me to head them up, move them out. It is that time. God almighty, 18 people? That can't be right. Can't be right. Waiting for the Volks kits. It has so much inner detail. Does the outer panel not glue on? I think you can do it both ways. Yeah, I know. Seriously, I know, but it's just funny. Later, Nick. All right, guys, real quickly. Tonight, I will be back on at 7 p.m. doing the Unleash thing. And I will be back tomorrow morning to get back onto working. Well, I might work on this tonight, or I might work over on the other side and work on the have a good day, people. You too, Mason. Take it easy, brother. We'll touch base soon. Hey, Mason, are we doing that roundtable with regarding nationals judging? Let me know. And then see you again in about a week or so. Clint, have fun, brother. Enjoy your time in California. Hopefully you can work some fun in around the work stuff. Later, Ken. But guys, I'll be back on tonight, 7 p.m., doing the usual ranting and raving, and then tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., back here working on this model. Stay safe and stay sane. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's crazy out there, right? Every day. It's like it's such an assault on people's dignity. Go out there and show people some respect and kindness. Do good by people. I'll be back on tonight and tomorrow. Do good. Love you all. Catch you on the flip. Peace.